channel, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Nicole, and today I thought I would do a little story time. So this past summer I got my wisdom teeth out, and so I kind of wanted to go over my experience with it and just, like how it went for me, because, maybe like you're needing to get your wisdom teeth out. So I strongly encourage you, if you're my age, 21 years old, around that age, to go ahead and get your wisdom teeth out, because it is harder to recover once you get in your 30s and everything. Like the older you get, it's harder to recover. The doctor even told me that, he's like, I'm glad you got this done at your age, because you would have been through so much worse if you would have waited until you were older. And I'll kind of explain why. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Check out my latest videos. We're like 2 weeks away for back to school college vlogs, so I'm super stoked about that. And so if you don't want to miss out, subscribe. And then don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at NicoleGriffith_YT. And I think that's it. So let's just get into my wisdom teeth story. Okay, so we're just gonna go back to summer of 2019. So I got my braces off in July of 2019, and whenever you get your braces off, at least at my orthodontist, you had to get x-rays done just to see your progress and everything. So you just wanted a before x-rays and an after x-rays. So we get the x-rays done, and he's showing me them, and he was like, do you see your bottom wisdom teeth? They're laying down. And I was like, oh gosh, yeah. So they were laying down. They weren't causing me any pain at the time, which is really surprising, honestly. I don't get how it wasn't causing me any pain, but it wasn't. So I was kind of talking to my mom, and I was like, maybe I'll get it done spring break over my junior year of college. School's about to start, so it was spring and March, I'll try to get that done. Well, COVID happened, so it completely went through I just completely forgot about it at that point. And so I went to the dentist in May, for my regular teeth cleaning, and they brought it up again. They were like, your wisdom teeth are they're laying down, that's not good. And I was like, yeah, I completely forgot about it. COVID happened and everything. They were like, yeah, totally understand, blah, blah, blah. So they gave me 2 recommendations, which I knew the 2 in the area that people go to, but I just wanted to see where they recommend sending their patients. So it was those 2 that I was thinking of. And so anyways, called the dentist, the oral surgeon, I guess you could say. So I got an appointment in June, and then we scheduled it for 2 weeks later. So now it is time to talk, and I wrote them down. I wrote some points that I really wanted to talk about, day wise and everything. So yeah. Okay, so on June 25th I had my surgery on a Thursday. So my plan was to take off Thursday, Friday, and then a Saturday, and then Sunday I don't work. We're closed on Sundays. So I was like, I'll give myself 4 days of rest, and then I'm gonna go back to work on Monday. So, which is what most people do. So it wasn't that bad after surgery. Honestly, I really wasn't that out of it. I was very aware. I was just really tired. I just kind of had a hard time staying awake. But overall, I was super aware of what was going on. I never said anything really funny or anything. So I guess I can also say that so when I went in for my pre-op appointment to to make sure I was beating them out, my bottom ones were laying down, but my top ones he thought were going through my sinus cavities. So, which I didn't even know that could be a thing until then. So he was like, this is probably going to be a harder recovery than most people, just because the bottom ones are laying down and the top ones are going up, going through my sinus cavities more than likely. He's like, I just won't know until the day of surgery. So they were going through my sinus cavities. We found out on June 25th whenever he was taking them out. So basically I couldn't sneeze through my nose or blow my nose for 2 weeks after surgery. 2 weeks. I feel like that was insane. Like, I couldn't believe they told me. I was like, how do you even, like, what? It just doesn't even make sense. But I did it. Worked out fine. And then my first 2 nights, I had to sleep sitting up because of it. And the first night, so on June 25th, I did good, like sleeping up and everything. It was really cute because we have like a recliner and then we have like a love seat, and Eli, our dog, our family dog, he never sleeps with me anymore, which honestly I'm kind of glad, but he's too rowdy for me. But so like I was sleeping in the recliner by myself, and he like slept next to me in the love seat all night long. So I really like that. So I actually was pretty hungry after surgery, and I only ate ice cream and mashed potatoes that day. And then I had to take, so I got pain medicine, and the pain medicine that they like gave me, and then they're like, you need to take Tylenol with it too. So that was every 6 hours. And I was in so much pain by hour 4. It was awful. Like the last 2 hours were pretty miserable for me. Because I couldn't take any more for like 2 more hours. So that was kind of hard. So that's really all that happened on June 25th. Nothing like big happened. So June 26th came around, and not bad, you know, I was doing okay. You know, like I was still just in pain by 4 hours. You know, I still had 2 more hours to go. I was starting to get a little bit bored, and I remember I told my mom, like, it like worked out good because I took pain medicine at like 3 in the afternoon, 9 o'clock at night, 3 in the morning, and then 9 in the morning. So like that kind of worked out good. So my mom gets home from work around like 4:30ish, 4:35ish, and she was like, I told her, I was like, I think I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. Like I'm kind of bored. Like I feel fine. You know, I just took pain medicine at 3 o'clock, so like I was feeling good at that point. And she's like, oh, okay. You know, she's probably thinking like, that was stupid of you. So I slept sitting up, and then I pretty much just ate ice cream and mashed potatoes again. I tried to eat scrambled eggs, but I just didn't. I really struggled with the concept of chewing with your front teeth for some reason. Like it took me a couple of days to like understand the concept of chewing with your front teeth, and I don't know why that took me a little bit to like figure it out, but it did. And then I slept sitting up. That night I didn't sleep that good because I ended up sleeping in my bed, and it just wasn't really that. I thought I would be fine, but I wasn't. So then on June 27th, for Saturday, I was very tired because like I said, I didn't sleep that good that night in my bed. And I really wanted to try to like, because I knew going to work on Monday, I was like going after like a 9-hour shift, and I was like, I just know I can't do nothing for 4 days and then boom, go to a 9-hour shift. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Walmart. I decided I'm not gonna go to work, but I was like, I'm gonna go to Walmart. We're gonna try it out. Went to Walmart. I laid down for 5 hours after. Walmart literally killed me that day on June 27th. But I ate some bread that day, and so that felt really good to eat something besides like mashed potatoes and ice cream. And then I got to sleep laying down that night, and I slept so good that night. Oh my gosh. So then June 28th, I went to church. That was a Sunday. Went to church because church is at like 10:30, and I took pain at 9, so I was feeling pretty good at that point. So I was like, okay, I'll go to church. And then like I said, I slept good the night before. And then I finished my pain medicine that they prescribed to me at 3 o'clock that afternoon. So I was done with that. And then at night, Sunday night, I was in so much pain. Like I was almost in tears. Like that was the most pain I had been in from the surgery, and I just could not figure out why. So, you know, we were worried that I was getting a dry socket. So, you know, I'm like Googling, you know, me and my mom are like being doctors ourselves, like trying to Google dry sockets. And one of them was like, your breast stinks. I didn't really feel like my breast stunk, but I was just in a lot of pain. And then I kind of looked up pictures of dry sockets, and back here in this one, I thought on my left, bottom left, I was like, I think I do have a dry socket. So like, had mom look, and she's like, yeah, I think that's a dry socket, Nicole. So Monday morning on June 29th, I had to go to my family doctor for something else. So I was asking her about it. And at that point, she was like because I told her like what I was like taking and everything. And she's like, you can start taking ibuprofen at that point. The Tylenol doesn't really do anything, because the prescription medicine was just a higher dosage of ibuprofen. So it just wouldn't make sense to take ibuprofen with a higher dosage of ibuprofen. So that's why I was taking Tylenol. And then, so I went to work, took the ibuprofen, and I felt so good. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so I called the oral surgeon actually on my way to the doctor on the way to work. And they're like, well, do you have bad breath? And I was like, no, but like, I'm really sure I have a dry socket. So can you guys just like give me a, like, I was like to the point they were just kind of like, well, if you don't have bad breath. And I'm like, I just want to be seen at this point, because I was in so much pain last night that I couldn't handle it. So they finally got me in. So I didn't have a dry socket, and the doctor was like, I don't want to, you know, like play around with it because I don't want to cause a dry socket. So he said, take 4 ibuprofens every 4 hours for 5 days. I was like, huh? And I remember I was like telling my coworkers that when I went back to work, and they were like, and some of them were like, Nicole, you are not taking that many ibuprofen. I was like, well, no. I took like 2 or 3 max, and I didn't take it like every 4 hours. So that was really June 29th. That was like on Monday. On Sunday was my first day, July 5th was my first day without taking any ibuprofen. So, and I was like starting to like wean off of it. Saturday, July 4th, I made it until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was like slowly trying to like get off of ibuprofen and not pain medicine and everything. And then at that point, I started wearing my retainer again. Actually, well, yeah. Actually, maybe I may have went almost 2 weeks without wearing my retainer. I do not recommend that because my teeth have shifted so much, and I'm actually in so much pain when I wear my retainer anymore. I'm not right now, just because I know, bad mistake I'm making, but it's hard for me to like talk, and I feel like it's hard for you guys to understand if I wear my retainer. So not wearing my retainer. So 24 hours after I had surgery on June 25th, I was still numb, and I was like, this just isn't good. Like, I feel like I should be out of the numbness. And it was almost, you know, it was Friday afternoon, and you know, the weekend was coming up, and I was like, well, I just don't want to deal with like, you know, over the weekend. So I called the doctor, I called the office, and I told them, I was like, you know, it's been 24 hours and I'm still numb. And they said, well, it could take a few days. And then she was like, but it could also take a few weeks. Like a few days to a few weeks is a big time period, I feel like. So I was kind of like, huh? So she said after 3 weeks, call back if you're still numb. So I called back last Monday, June 22nd, 23rd, whatever day it was. And I told them that I was still numb. I'm numb like on my left side, like down here. And it goes in and out. Like right now it feels pretty fine, but every once in a while, like ideally it gets numb. And so, you know, I told her, so he like seen me and everything, and he was like, your bottom one's, this one I remember was laying on a nerve. So if your nerve was traumatized, it could take up to 6 months, 3 to 6 months to heal. And I feel like they just keep pushing the time period back, and it's kind of frustrating in a way, because it's like, well, like, when's it supposed to come back, you know? So anyways, so I got that, but I'm supposed to go back in August, sometime in August, in a month, for him to look at it again, and just to like, he just like wants to keep up on it and make sure that it's doing okay. So yeah, so that's really it. I'm just kind of still experiencing a little bit of numbness, but overall I had a pretty good experience with my wisdom teeth. I was super nervous. The one thing I was really nervous about was like how I was going to act after surgery, and I didn't do anything, so I thought it was good. But yeah, so that concludes my story time, my wisdom teeth, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to hear some more stories, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.